2024, as we wrap up our broadcast with an action earlier this week. On Tuesday, as the sun rose in Paris, a delegation of indigenous people from Sarayaku in the Ecuadorian Amazon set out in a handmade wooden canoe along the Viet Canal. The Quechua people of Sarayaku have been fighting oil exploitation on their lands for many years. In 2012, they won a case at the Inter-American Court of Human Rights against the Ecuadorian government for letting Argentine oil company explore for oil on their land. This is the piece.
Por primera vez en la historia de la humanidad.
For the first time in history, a canoe that we call the Canoe of Life, named after the hummingbird fish in our territory, a canoe from Sarayaku, from the Ecuadorian Amazon, has arrived here to Paris, France.
My name is Nina Gualinga, and I'm here with a delegation from Sarayaku. Sarayaku is situated in the Ecuadorian Amazon. And we have brought a canoe all the way to Paris, here to the COP, with a message of peace, of hope, and a proposal called Causa Sacha, that means the living forest. And it is a proposal to make sure that nature's rights are being respected, indigenous people's rights are being respected, and also a way to combat climate change. The whole community has been involved pretty much. There's one person who shapes the canoe, and then there are others also helping to burn it and things like that. And then you make like a big party. You gather all of your friends and family and community members to drag the canoe all the way from the mountain down to the river. We had to take it all the way to the nearest port, which is in Canoe, by canoe. So that took, I think, a day or so. And then from Puyo, we had to take it to the capital of Ecuador, Quito, and then from Quito on a plane, or from Guayaquil maybe, to Paris. But first it got stuck in Ecuador because of troubles with the flight, I think. And then it got stuck in customs here in Paris. So it's been quite hard to get it all the way here.
Could you talk about the negotiations here at the COP, and do you feel your voice is being heard inside the summit?
I think that indigenous people's voices are the voices that should be heard. Indigenous people should be inside the actual negotiations, but we're not. Those who are actually negotiating right now, they might not have to live with the consequences of climate change, but I will. I will have to live with it. My sister, my little brother, and my children, they're all going to have to live with the consequences of climate change. And who are they to decide over my future, over my sister's future, over my children's future?
Hi, I'm Amy Goodman. I want to thank you for tuning in to Democracy Now! We are so grateful to our fans and followers for being a part of the daily conversation. By choosing a news source that's committed to the truth, you're carrying the message of independent media, reaching hundreds of thousands of people every day. In these times of war and elections, we need a media not sponsored by corporations that profit from war, but a media that's truly independent, funded by you. Democracy Now! Is not paid for by the weapons manufacturers, the insurance industry, or the oil, gas, coal, or nuclear companies. We don't take advertising or corporate underwriting dollars. That means we rely on your donations to make our daily independent news hour possible. We need your support today to keep bringing you the hard-hitting, in-depth reporting you've come to expect 5 days a week. Visit democracynow.org, or you can call 888-999-3877. That's 888-999-3877 to make your holiday gift to Democracy Now! Today. Thanks so much for sharing Democracy Now! Stories all year long.